How's it going, everybody? I'm out here again on this little pond, and I'll be doing a review of my newly purchased to me baitcaster. First baitcaster reel that I've purchased. This right here is a Bass Pro Shop, or BPS Extreme. It is a pretty nice reel. I guess big disclaimer, I really have not had a lot of experience with baitcasters. This is literally my first baitcaster, and my experience comes from that. I've read reviews and stuff online, but I finally and ultimately decided to purchase this thing. And so far so good, no complaints at all. I've got it paired with an ugly Stik Elite 7-foot fast action medium heavy, and I've got this reel spooled up with 30-pound braid. A little bit about this reel: there are 7 bearings, I believe, and it is a 7.5-to-1 gear ratio. I've set it up as standard as most baitcasters, so I've adjusted my I don't know officially what this is called. I think of it as an air brake assist, so 10 being more assistance and 1 being less assistance rather. So I got it set right about 4.5. I feel like this is the best setup for me. And then of course I've got my tensioner spooled up like this, so my bait drops nice and slow at a nice slow rate. And this thing it's smooth. It's good casting. This is going to be my permanent frog setup. So far so good with this reel. It's smooth casting. I haven't had any issues with it other than, you know, issues from me being a noob, especially, you know, with a new baitcaster. So backlashes have been my fault, forgetting to thumb the spool, not having my, you know, 10 rod or spool tensioner set up correctly. So those things are all my fault. This reel cost $99. I know I recently purchased the Daiwa, and then I fished with my buddy's baitcaster, and I was like, oh my goodness, this thing is pretty cool. So I got a problem, and I got a baitcaster. Yeah, so far so good with this thing. It's been fun. I haven't had any real issues. One thing that I forgot to do that was a big newbie mistake of mine is when I initially spooled up this rod, I did not go through and apply an obnoxious amount of tension on my line, so that way the line doesn't dig into itself whenever you hook up on anything or get snagged. So whoops, I know that some backlashes have been caused because of that. But I mean, other than that, it's a pretty solid reel that I believe. I've hooked up on some decent fish, and this thing's been solid. It's been quick. It's pretty standard of a baitcaster reel. Not really complicated to figure out. No real complications, other than, you know, my newbie mistakes of forgetting to thumb the spool or thumbing it too late, or kind of just, like I said, not going through and spooling it correctly. This thing has been solid. It's been really easy to go through and set up and go out and fish with. So hopefully I'll be able to catch a fish right here, and if not, then I will go through and tag some other videos of fishing. It's got your standard star-shaped drag. But yeah, I'm pretty simple. Didn't really oh, hello. Oh no. Dang it. Well, that would have been our first fish, but I missed him. Oh, got this little booyah frog tied on because a cat ended up destroying my other one. Oops, and that's a backlash for me. Let me fix that. The backlashes that I have had have not been really difficult to go through and get undone, like this one. I'm realizing too, jeez Louise, as I cast that into a tree. Casting this thing is a lot different compared to a spinning reel too. So a spinning reel, there's a big whip. Whereas like this thing is more like you wind up and then like a big arcing, like whoop. Whereas like a spinning reel is more of like a snap or whip. I'm realizing that whenever I'm trying to cast this like a spinning reel, I go through and end up backlashing. It's about the same spot that that fish hit earlier. Probably moved to the other side by now. But yeah, good old Bass Pro Shop reel. And jeez. Uh-oh. That one might be, there we go. Should probably retie. Yeah, if you have any questions about this, it's aluminum body. And I think it's pretty solid, pretty solidly built. Smooth like butter. Once this thing is configured, it can cast pretty much as far as you need it to. Of course, you know, given the weight of your lure. But yeah, it was a risk. You know, there were other reels that I was considering, like Abu Garcia. I know that is a huge, great manufacturer of, you know, baitcast reels especially. There's some, definitely some Daiwas. Probably mostly the Abu Garcia and some Shimanos. I'm just really good at throwing it into that tree, aren't I? I'm really trying to lose this. But yeah, ultimately decided on this one. It's like I said, $99 dues, minus a 5% discount if that is something that applies to you at Bass Pro. So it's a good midpoint reel. I know there are reels that are obnoxiously more expensive, like the super famous reel that makes that super sick casting noise. I think that's like 250 bucks. Would love to have that just because of the noise. But yeah, it's a little bit much. But if you guys have any specific questions about the reel, if you want to see something in depth about the reel, then just let me know down below. Like I said, I'll try to go through and land some fishes for you. Oh, missed that one. That'd be a good one. Yep. Hello, friend. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Choked it. Yep. That's exactly what you want to see. Here we go. Look at that. There you go. Handles fish. It's maybe like a pound and a half or so. It's getting back in the water. Thanks, bud. I will see you later, okay?